Okay, I believe we're here. I believe I'm live. It says I have an excellent connection. And it says I have 2 people watching. So I guess one of them is going to be Rob, huh? All right, well. Well, since it's so few. Oh, now there's only one person watching. So it's probably just Rob, I guess, maybe. Or maybe Rob left and it's somebody else. Emery, hey. Hey, Echo. From Germany, right on. Hello from California, back to, I guess I could say, well, for me it's the evening, so guten Abend. Hey, Nasal Penny, nice to see you. Hey, Ben, how's it going? Did I say Echo hi already? Right on. Good to see y'all here, gang. Well, I think, just because why not, I'm going to go start off with just playing some Octordle, I think is what I'm in the mood for tonight. Yeah, I think that's what I will do. So I'm going to go to here. I'm going to move this out of my way there. And then I want to say, switch to that. Oops, let's see, is that still, okay. All right. Hey, Dylan, nice to see you. As far as my speaking German, Emre, I barely know anything. I took a lot of it when I was in school, but that was like, 20-something years ago. So I don't barely remember anything. Ich spreche noch ein bisschen Deutsch. How's that? I mean, that's about as good as you're going to get. Hey, from the Philippines. You know what I'm going to do since people are showing up? I'm going to go ahead and switch back to this scene, and I'll play a game later. Till, wait till after I get caught up with all the comments here. So, yep, hello. Hey, Dylan, yep, okay. Hello to the Philippines from California. Retro Wave. Oh, right on. Well, chill and relax, man. It's nice to have you here, Retro Wave. Oh, thanks. I don't know that it's any different than normal, but, thanks for digging the setup. I'm doing pretty well. Thanks for asking, Ben. Old Johnson, hey, nice to have you here. Cole717, hello, how are you? Okay, I think I'm caught up with everybody's comments. So I am going to go back and attempt to play some Octordle, I think, for a little bit anyway. And then we'll see, I don't know. Who knows what I'll do. We all know how this works. Let's see, I'm going to do, because I have to do oh, wait, did I do today's dailies? I don't remember. Well, let's just see. We'll know, right? Let's see, I want to start. I'll do the rescue. No, I haven't done it today. So, you guys will get to see me do today's dailies. And I hate these rescue ones. Mostly because I suck at them. Okay. I'm thinking that the last one is going to be Regal, R-E-G-A-L. Let's try that. Nope. So what was it be then? Oh, renal. All right. I didn't think about that. Wow. I'm absolutely having a good weekend, and you just made it a million times better. And now I'm going to have to. Well, I don't even have the slightest idea how to address you because I don't know how to. I don't know how to use your alphabet, man. I suck. But anyway, yeah, I'm hoping for a good stream tonight. Oh, wait, can you guys see that fly? What in the world? Get out of here! Yikes! Wow, what was that? I am having a good weekend, and you've improved it, and I hope everybody else has a good stream too. So yes, and as is suggested, rock on. So we know how this goes, right? Hip hip, hooray! Hip hip, hooray! Hip hip, hooray! And the crowd goes, ah! I'm having a pretty good weekend. I hope that you'll pop in when you can, Tim. Nice to have you just say hey. Okay, anyway, where am I now? I just did renal. And what am I going to do here now? Applied, maybe, is what that second one is. Okay. Great is one. Okay. Oh man, is that going to be Adobe or Abode? I don't have a D or a B in that either of those spots yet. Let me see. Okay, that one's going to be Rupee, isn't it? I don't have a spare now because I did Regal instead of Renal and wasn't paying attention. Well, I mean, you had to flip a coin or pick a different place to start. I'm going to say that the first one is chart. Let's just see. Okay. CHO, what's that going to be? I wonder if it's CHO. Is that right? There we go. What's that one there? Groon? Nope. There's no I though. I was going to say vigor, but that's not going to work either. Oh, the G can't go in the middle either. What? Oh, you can't see my screen. No, I didn't know. There, holy mackerel. No, thank you. Holy mackerel. I was totally blowing, not doing the right thing. What do you know? All right, thanks for letting me know. That's pretty embarrassing, isn't it? Thanks, Nasal Penny. Holy mackerel, that was pretty embarrassing. Oh man, I feel kind of stuck here. What is that? Forego, maybe? Is that what it is? Oops, I'm in the wrong window again. Okay, that's what that was. And I've been putting it off. I don't know which to make it be, Abode or Adobe. I'm going to say Abode. Yeah, what the hell? What do you know? Guessed right. All right, so let's go to here. Let's see which way do I want to, what order do I want to do? Let's start, we'll do the extreme one. And here we go. So start with my typical 3 favorite words. All right, the last one down there is going to be unify, isn't it? Oops, unify. I think the first one's going to be hydro. is hippie, probably. Nope, okay. Hilly, maybe. Okay. That's it. No more room for errors. So, droop. I wonder if that's going to be deuce. Yep, what do you know? What is... I don't know what that one over there is going to be. What's this one here? I'm not at all certain what that is there. Hey, Crazer Lord, how's it going? So I don't... Does anybody see what it might be on either of those words? I guess I could go use the word hippo and see what I could... See if I could make some decent suggestions. Extol, is that it? Okay. So now what do I have? I have is agave, A-G-A-V-E. Nope, a base. Oh well. Can't win them all. I guess I will do the classic. And again, we'll do the typical, my 3 favorite starting words. So husky is that one. That one's going to be flick, isn't it? All right, it's either drift or grift. I don't know which. That's O-S-M-U-C-K. What do we have here? Scrap, scram. All right, I'm going to say plum. All right, scram. Man, Dylan, sorry to hear about that, my friend. Well, you know, hang out with us. Maybe you can relax, and maybe that'll be at least something good and groovy. I think that one is drama. Okay. Drift. Pride. Oh, is it pride or pride? Oh, I have room. I can. What do you know? And wait a minute. What is it? Oh, tawny. I bet. Yay! So I got that one right. So let's go here. Let me do. I haven't done the sequence. I'll do the sequence and then I'll come do the chill. Here I should probably move that down just a bit, and come on, move you down just a bit. Oops. I'm going to take myself right off the screen if I keep moving myself down like that. All right. Yeah, let's go back over here. So rinse, maybe. Nope. Siren. center, maybe? Stall. C-R. Oh, wide crypt. Okay, I see. And then nave, yeah. And then fleck. Okay, now let's go to do the chill. Alright, there's not much room to move me down anymore, is there? So, well, maybe just a touch. If I sit up straight. You know, I'll wait, because I may not have to get all that far down anyway. Because they give you a lot of guesses, man. Alright, cushy, joint, freak. I'll go ahead and do plumb and waged. So what do I have? Truly, it looks like one of them. Looks like sword is one. Sword, right? Stamp, maybe. Wired. Oh, nope, not wired. Wider. I should have seen that D at the end. Depth, right? Oops. Doink to doink. All right. Entry. Patio. And rival. Oops. Sounds like somebody got one of the girls upset. Oh, the girls are the two pit bulls my dad and my nephew sort of co-own. All right, so that's the end of that for the moment. Let's go to, here, let's do it this way. And I will do practice. I'll just do the regular. And we'll just do it like that, yeah. Oh, excuse me for a quick sec. Okay. Oh, you know what? How many people are there here? I need to kick off the timer, don't I? There's 23 of us. That's a good enough number to kick off the timer. And I know some of you guys just don't like the timer, but I'm just a cruel bastard. All right. And oops, let me do this again. Doop, doop. Push this back over here. All right, there we go. The timer has been started. Okay, here I'm just playing the regular old normal practice. Oh, I can kind of move myself up a bit so I don't have to feel like I'm... Give myself some leeway so I can slouch if I want. All right. So here we go. Cushy, joint, freak. So is that going to be dusty, gusty, musty, lusty? Hey, Catherine C. I'm going to say unify. You know, I'm going to do plum, and it's going to be musty. All right, so what is this going to be? The timer ping here. Yeah, I know you and timer just don't get along, Rob. So is that going to be proxy, maybe? All right, let's do forum anyway, just to get that out of the way. What is that down there? Okay, so M is second. Is it a miss? A-M-I-S-S, yeah, okay. I think that one's going to be proxy, isn't it? Okay. So it's going to be what? Crave? Probably. No, what is it? Oh, craze maybe? There we go. I got 2 slots and 2 words, so what am I going to do here? So, nudge. There we go. That's probably wider, isn't it? No, wider. Oh well. Alright, here we go. Cushy joint freak. What is that going to be? Fiend, probably. That one's probably like pluck or something, isn't it? What else is there going to be? I'm going to try pluck just to, why not? Hey, what do you know? Good guess, Bill. So is that gaunt, taunt, vaunt? Well, let's go ahead and put in lusty. What else do I have over here? Lodge, maybe? L-O-D-G-E? Nope. Oh, dude, you're not paying attention. There's a yellow L right at the beginning, and so I come up with a word that starts with an L. Jeez. Tenor, maybe, right? Okay. Model. Okay, there we go. Manga. Event, maybe. No, I gotta go to this one down here. Oh, it's gaunt. There we go. Got it. All right. And incur. Probably flare, maybe. Oh no, it's an R. Frail? Like that? Okay. Ankle? A-N-K. Alright. Oh, that one could be queen, couldn't it? There we go. Oops, hang on. I got the thing partially in my way. Here we go. Well, I don't like diet drinks, Armand, so I'm not sure how to advise you. Somebody else should offer him some advice because neither one of those appeal to me. Sorry, but okay. So what is this? Maybe a dally. What do I think this is here? Nerve, maybe? Let's try that. N-E-R-V-E. Okay. La 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 la. So it's probably a blush, maybe. Oh, no. Oh, plush, maybe. How many do I have left? I have 2 words to get and 3 spaces. Okay, not so bad. Oh, let's see what I got. Diet drink. Yikes. They just don't do it for me. L-U what? Lunge, maybe. Yeah, okay. I'm going to say dally. Yay for me. Okay. some. I want to play some practice of the sequence game. I don't know why, but I like the sequence game quite a bit. I should probably move myself down a bit again now. There we go. All right. And toast, maybe? Okay. I don't see what that is. Plum Manor, maybe? Nope. Oh, it's going to be woman, right? Nope, can't be that. Nomad, and nope. Wag, no. Wow, I'm not seeing it. What in the world? Among? A-M-O-N-G? Nope. What else do I have here? Oh, I should have been able to see that from... Mango? There we go. Heebie-jeebie. Stilt. Needy. And fudge. And motif. And N-O-T. Oh, notch. All right. And probably fifth. Okay. Oh, there you go. Thanks. I'm gonna. There we go. Joint freak. I'm gonna assume it's either gonna be curry or curvy. I'm gonna try curvy. Nope, curry then. Yeah. Blend maybe. Okay. Harsh maybe. No, marsh. Worse maybe. Nope, the R is over too far. Well, I was going to say verso, but that's not going to work either. You know, the wizard chaos is, you know, well, actually the past few days have been more or less okay. Yeah, you know, I think the past few days have been more or less okay. Nothing terribly horrible, and I mean, I can't say I've been like, you know, over the moon with joy or anything, but I've been, you know, reasonably okay, decent mood, things have been going decent, yeah. I'd say okay. I'll take okay though. Holy mackerel. I hope that's not too rambunctious for you guys up there. What is this? Thanks, wizard. I don't know, man. What is this? I may have to go get out word hippo. Spore? Yeah, there we go. Holy mackerel, just couldn't see it. I'm going to say slung. And scour. And belie. And what is this? Valid? Nope. Oops, here we go. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can tell you what most of the things are. So starting with alphabet, well, I can't really show you the drop downs because it doesn't, for whatever reason, the way OBS works is it doesn't show you what's inside of it. Because I mean, if I go click on it, right, it doesn't do anything for you guys. I mean, you can see that it highlights the word, but it doesn't give you the drop down itself. Anyway, alphabet is where I keep all the stuff that has to do with like YouTube and Google. Like all my Google mails and the stuff for my YouTube channels, and also for AdSense. That's how I get money off of, well, Alphabet basically, right? That's the parent company of Google and all that crap. Social media obviously is pretty clear, I would imagine. Practical, that's like where I have links to the medical portal, so I can have interaction with my doctors and my Walgreens thing, so I can get my meds and all that kind of crap. And of course banking and that kind of stuff. Videos, that's where I just keep like videos that I think I want to watch, you know what I mean? Health is just, well, what it sounds like. I find links and stuff that I want to keep as a resource. Temp links is a bit like videos, but it's just links that I kind of want to have available, but I'll probably end up deleting them sometime soon, kind of thing. And games is like where I keep this stuff. Miscellaneous. What is in miscellaneous? Oh, I could combine miscellaneous with temp links. I should probably do that later, because they're more or less the same kind of stuff. Yeah, I mean, there you go. I'm okay, Tim. How about you? What do I have here now? Villa, maybe? Is that what this is going to be, Villa? Yep, that's what it's going to be. All right. I don't know why, but sometimes I just really prefer playing this sequence mode. But cushy, joint, freak. Well, Hubbleton, that's what they say about great minds or whatever, right? So am I back to Tawny again? Yep, what do you know? Quack, I guess I'm going to guess. All right. Throw, nope. Throb. All right, there we are. Valve. Nope. All evening with the video games, huh, Tim? What do I have here now? LA, maybe? LA, what? LA. Wow. Maple? No. Eagle, I bet. There we go. Sometimes I forget about that you can use vowels at the beginning of words too, man. Is this entry again? Oh, prior. Oops. There we are. And So ditch maybe. Oops, there we go. Oh no, so hitch maybe. There we are. And speak. Okay, what do I have here? Shadows. What is this now? Probably brush or something, but nope. Shrub. Bossy. Scion. Gypsy. Smirk. Spool. Quarter maybe. And sleep. What do you know? All right, you know what? I will go back to here. I'm going to play just a couple of practice of the regular, and then I'll start doing some trigger stuff. How long has it been? Yeah, we're getting down to having been about a half an hour. So yeah, somewhere around that I'll switch over to the doing some triggers for a bit anyway. And cling maybe. I'm gonna put in plum. Yeah, probably, huh? And grind, I bet. And biddy probably. And pouch probably. Is that gonna be stool? Okay. Fault. Metal. And rebel, I guess, probably. Oops. What do you know? Okay. Let's put that aside for a minute. Let me move stuff around again a little bit. Just you go over here. You go like that. Okay, now I can see the YouTube nonsense. Oh wow, you know, I just realized I'm going to have to rethink how I do layout and stuff as I'm looking over there at the monitor from YouTube. I hadn't realized how big that little icon of me in the lower right is, and I kind of cover up my own face with that. Oh well. Yeah, who cares? How are we doing? We're up to 32 people. Oh, that's not so bad. Yeah, all right. Anyway, so what are we going to start with this evening? You know, I want to start with crinkles this evening. Hey, Geese88, how's it going? So, I will just take everything out. And I'll do it like I usually do. All right, so let's start with I just realized I haven't been doing but barely any kind of whispering here tonight, have I? You know, Tim, I probably will add more puzzles and things. I mean, I kind of slowly do. I mean, like there's what is that one? I always forget its name. Oh crap! I'll just go friggin' look here. What is it? Enigma. That's it. I don't have I done one of the desktop Mahjong games yet? I don't know. Yeah, I'll be adding more to it. Of course, the big ad was I don't know whether you want to count Mind Test as a puzzle, but I don't, because I don't know what it is. I don't know what that is yet. People seem to like it though, and I'm having fun. So, but yeah, I should probably think about maybe trying to make more effort of being conscious about adding onto the puzzle game repertoire. It's just these ones are the ones that I usually play like almost daily, you know. Like when I'm having my, warm beverages in the morning, or checking my emails or doing that kind of thing, I'll, intersperse all that kind of stuff with, playing some of these games online in the morning. Anyway, I'll do a little bit of whispering over here while we do a little rustling over there, kind of whispering and sort of rustling. I don't drink coffee much anymore, but when I do drink coffee, I like it both sweet with cream, so sugar and cream. I also like mochas a lot, so like chocolate is great. But I just like chocolate a whole lot, so yeah, I just like chocolate. So I'll whisper over here a little bit while I do the rustling over there for a little bit. Oh, Tim, since you mentioned Twitch, I've been thinking about going and checking out Twitch. I don't know whether I'll actually make any effort at putting any content or doing live streams or however it works. I don't know. I've never really used it, but I've been thinking about it. Wow, Dylan. Are you laughing at me for saying holy mackerel? I say holy mackerel all the time. Well, Dylan, yeah, go. If you're looking for fellowship, then by all means, that's the place to find it, right? I'm kind of thinking, since you say, more social interaction, that's the first thing that comes to my mind. Let's whisper over here a little bit. Whisper. Oh, dude, you can laugh at me, Rob. I'm not going to worry about it. You've been here often and long enough that I realize that there's no malice from you towards me, so, laugh away, man. Oh, I see. Now I get it. That's funny, Rob. That's really funny. Well, if you're going to be looking for some kind of companionship, especially with an end goal of something like a wife, I would say take the strategy of being open rather than the strategy of hunting one down. I think you'll end up with better results, but that's just me. Fellowship can be found on the front door. All right, let's see. Oh, man. Yeah, I think I get it now, Rob. I think I get it. I still think it's funny. How long have I had the beard? Okay, and I have to do a little bit of math. Since my sister's 40th birthday. So I'm 59, and so that means that she's 56, so 16 years. Please explain further what I mean. Oh, you mean about finding a wife or a girlfriend or anything like that? I just am thinking from my own experience and also what I've observed with other people. When you have it in the mind that like, oh, I'm going to get me a girlfriend or I'm going to get me a boyfriend or whatever, sometimes men or women who are on the receiving end of being sought after, they pick up on it. Sometimes it kind of drives them off. And then the other thing is, if you're so gung-ho about getting somebody, you might just sort of grab a hold of somebody thinking that they've ticked all the right boxes, but that you haven't really thought about them being a human as opposed to just filling the role, and you may overlook things and end up making bad choices. I don't know, am I making any sense at all? I guess the thing is, do just be careful, you know. I guess that's the thing. Just, you know, be careful, you know, make sure you know, I mean, not to say be, you know, fearful, but just, you know, yeah. Well, I hope that was at all useful for you, Dylan. Oh, MSC. I tell you, man, that anemone thing is giving you the jokes, my friend. Well, at least they amuse me anyway. Okay, no, I'm going to move on to the next. So let's set aside the rustly guy for a bit. Oops, let's not go banging the lights, man. So let's have the metallicized plastic snack bar wrapper. Oops. I had to get a new one because I somehow misplaced the old one. So we're going to open it up so it's completely flat and we can see that shiny silvery inside. And we'll let it crinkle away. How's that? Hey, Ryan, holy mackerel. That is super generous, Ryan. Well, I hope your week wasn't too brutal, Ryan, but I'm glad to, you know, offer you any kind of respite that I might, and I absolutely appreciate your generosity, man. It's like, it is, you know, super, super appreciated. Thank you. Okay, let me put down the bag for a minute. We all know how this goes, right? Everybody give, you know, the cheers for Ryan. Hip, hip, hooray. Hip, hip, hooray. Hip, hip, hooray. And the crowd goes wild. Thank you, Ryan. I do really appreciate it. Zowie. Thank you. All right, let's see what's going on here. Okay, I'll let you guys chat amongst yourselves. Oops. So we have to watch these things. Every once in a while it pops and it really sends the meters over the top. Anyways, let's go. Whisper, 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 Thanks, Dylan. Whisper, 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 whisper. Well, you know, whatever you need to do, man. So MSC, that's, you know, it still works. You guys are all youngsters. Well, I'm sure there's somebody out there who's probably near my age, but most of y'all are just kids. Thanks, I appreciate that, VHSU. And yeah, you know, sometimes I get kind of trollish sort of behavior here. Not too often, though. Glimbus the Third. You know, tonight is just another Saturday night, man. You know, it's the streaming Saturday, man. This is kind of like my, well, this is my, you know, social Saturday night. So after these are over with, I usually, you know, if possible, I'll, you know, indulge in some cannabis and then watch something silly or listen to some music and go to bed after this. That's kind of, but yeah, this is my weekend socializing, man. Oh, right, yeah, that guy. God, I don't know. I guess he was just, whatever. It was his thing. He was really into games and that I should play the games he wanted me to play, so that's all right, you know. We all weathered the storm, as it were. Okay, now, let's do the original Little Bag O bubble wrap. Oh, are we up over 40? Hey, wow, we're up over 40. Right on. Yay. You know, we're kind of growing, you know, tiny little community. But it's all right, you know. There's no need for us to get, you know, too big for our britches. You know, MSC, at this rate, you're going to be, you know, maybe you can do neurosurgery or some shit, right? You know? What is my favorite color? Well, when I was a kid, it was purple. I don't know that I really have a favorite color, to be honest. I think it depends on where I'm at and what I'm doing. Can I do another code breaker video? Yeah, I will do another code breaker video. So here's the plan. I know I keep changing what I'm doing, and well, whatever, it's just me, it's my nature. So I think my plan is now, and it's all based on how successful the mind test has been doing. So I think I'm going to start doing, instead of the every 3-day thing that I've been trying to do, just because it's been weird and odd for me to schedule, and I don't know, I'm bad at time things. So I think what I'm going to try and do is every Monday and Friday I'll put out videos, and I'll probably throw in some other ones here and there just for, you know, whatever. But there will be always a Monday and always a Friday, and we'll stick to these Saturday night things, of course. But these aren't really videos, are they? I mean, I know you can watch them after the fact, but it's, really its own thing, isn't it? But so every Monday is going to be game oriented. So mind tests, since they're so popular, I'm going to start doing those every other Monday. I mean, I guess I've already kind of started doing that. So they're going to go every other Monday. And then other than that, it'll be some version of some kind of gameplay that I do, either like the ones Codebreaker, Octordle, that kind of stuff, or that will also include me actually playing, solitaire on the table with the overhead cam and that kind of thing. And then Fridays is where I'll just do, whatever the other videos I do, like, reading something or doing a countdown or, a guided relaxation or, any of that stuff. That'll always be on Fridays. And I will probably throw in at least one, maybe two videos a month that will just happen randomly somewhere. I don't know. Who knows? It'll depend on, how I'm doing scheduling and how well I'm doing it, just managing my time. I've also been thinking about maybe trying to do live streams on Sundays for my WC Postman channel, but that's still just kind of a maybe. So I don't know. But yes, I guess back to Pink Starry's thing, I will be doing more Codebreaker videos. And that'll be one. With Codebreakers, I'm probably going to stick to, when I do Codebreaker, I'll do one that'll just be me playing Codebreaker, and then I'll do one that'll be a tutorial, and one or the other of them will be whispered. So, so like on Mondays when I do Codebreaker, you'll probably get a tutorial on Wednesday, that kind of thing. Anyway, so where am I at here? I think I've been missing. Oh, yeah. Did you check out the latest installment of the Tale of Two Bills? That's just so silly. I mean, I'm glad people are liking it, although it's not doing as well as some other videos. So it's not a great performer analytics-wise, but it does. But I have no idea what's going on in that story. You know what I mean? I'm literally purposely not trying to think about it too much or anything, so that I only do it like. That's why you'll notice that there's some odd edits and things like that. It's because I'll be sitting there going, what am I going to say? Holy mackerel. Anyway. Okay, where are we at here? Oh, you guys are talking about dating and women and all of that. I'll let you guys chat about that, because as I am celibate, I have nothing to do with any of it anymore. Let me see if I missed any comments, or I'm all okay. Oh, hey Taylor, I didn't notice you in there. Hi, how's it going? I think Pink Stories, it's sort of a conversation that got started by some statements earlier on the thing, but I don't know, I just let them chat amongst themselves. Hey, Jimmy D, I like that. Oh, well, let's remember that all people are people who deserve respect and care and all of that. I mean, so there you go. My favorite breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Okay, should I answer this? So I don't really eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner normally in my own normal habits. I kind of just eat, well, I don't know. I think you guys, some of you, I think I made a video just recently about kind of my eating habits. So I'll go by like if I'm at, out or eat at a restaurant or that kind of thing. Breakfast, what would I, okay, I like a couple of different things for breakfast, but the steak and eggs being one, and then eggs Benedict being another. Lunch, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Number 2 from that is tuna sandwiches, or albacore is what I usually eat, frankly. Dinner, I don't know. I don't know if I have a favorite one. That's going to vary from time to time. Yeah, it's a hard one to say. For a long time, my favorite dinner meal was abalone. But I haven't had it in a long time. I don't remember why I stopped. Anyway, it would be the kind of thing I would only have, going out to dinner or whatever, because it's one of those things you want to have it done at a seafood place where they do it well, because if you don't do abalone well, it's all rubbery and it's kind of Anyway, so there you go. That's kind of off the top of my head right now. So I'll say eggs Benedict for breakfast, peanut butter sandwich for lunch, and which one am I going to pick for dinner? Abalone, I guess. Yeah, abalone. Although right now, a thing that just popped into my head, what I would really like to have is a patty melt with onion rings and a chocolate shake. I'm not sure why. That just kind of popped into my head out of nowhere. So so I'm amending the list. Eggs Benedict for breakfast, peanut butter and jelly sandwich for lunch, and a patty melt with onion rings and a chocolate shake. You're abalone. Oh my goodness, there you go, man. There you go. You slay me, man. Okay, let's get with some more crinkle stuff. How do we get out the big sort of wavy bubble wrap? I don't know if you guys can make out this shape very well, but there you go, right? Hey, Sir Stabby 2009. I'm just going to say Sir Stabby. Sir Stabby. Thoughts on mouth sounds. I don't know. I have mixed feelings about them. Sometimes they land for me and they work, and sometimes they don't. I think it's more to do with my mindset and mood, though, than to do with anything else. Bubble wrap broadcast. I will be doing some more other triggers. Don't worry, they're coming. They're coming. How much time do we have left anyway? Oh yeah, I should probably speed this up so that because we're like halfway done. Well, it's coming, Tim. Don't worry, it's coming. Okay, now we're going to do the 2 different bubble wrap pouches. I like these a lot too. All right, here we go. Bubble wrap pouches. 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 Yeah, I know what you mean, MSC. There used to be a place that I used to live at this apartment, and like about a block up the road and around the corner, there was a place. It was when I was living in Castro Valley here, and well, not far from where I live now, actually. And they did it really, really well, but it was this little hole-in-the-wall cafe type place. Anyway, I don't know, it closed down or whether, I don't know what happened to it, but anyway, it's disappointing. Tyrone wants to be reset. It wants to be young again. Oops. Sir Stabby, okay. I'll just say Sir Stabby then. Coconut, coconut, coconut crack. Do you mean the phrase like that there, Pink Stars? Coconut, coconut, coconut crack. Or should it be slower? Coconut, coconut, coconut crack. But if you expect me to actually get a coconut crack, I can't do that. Okay, that's enough of that. Crinkle gloves. And let's do the big bag just for a second or two, because I quite like this. I like this sort of crinkle sound, man. Oh, I guess. Coconut, coconut, coconut crack. Or should I do it in a soft-spoken manner better? Coconut, coconut, coconut crack. Catatonic. Oh, thanks, Taylor. I appreciate the compliment. Yeah, I guess that's the thing, is I need to, I guess I've been doing okay in the past few thumbnails, but maybe not the most recent one, I don't know. I've been trying to get better at making thumbnails because I realize that that's just, so I'll try to do this little sort of combination thing here. Coconut, coconut, coconut crack, coconut, coconut, coconut crack, coconut, coconut, coconut crack. Truly miserable jobs. Well, yeah, I guess I've actually had some truly miserable jobs. Here, let's get out the brush. And get out the wood too, so that I will do. I'll brush on the mics first, and then I'll brush on the wood next. How's that? So the first, I think I might have told this story, but I'll tell it again. Why not? So my first job that I had, that was where I actually, paid taxes and had to file taxes at the end of the year, kind of thing. Prior to this, I'd only done like babysitting and yard work and that kind of crap. And it was for a company called Circle K. It's a convenience store thing. I think they started their headquarters, I think, is like someplace like New Mexico or Arizona or something like that. I'm not 100% sure. I think it was Arizona. Anyway, but it's not a franchise; it's corporate. Anyway, that was a really lousy job because I was the graveyard guy. And I didn't mind working graveyard, to be honest, because I was also playing at bands at the time, so I was used to being up real late anyway. The only hard part, or not the only, but one of the hard parts about it was that I had to finagle with, getting my schedule changed and swapping shifts with people and that kind of thing all the time because of, I played in bands. But that wasn't the worst part about it. It was just it was the company sucked. Yeah. But I had one night, a pretty, I don't know, jarring experience, I guess would be one way of putting it. There was, across the street was one of those porno places where you go in and you pay the money, and that like the window screen opens up so you can either see, a chick dancing, or they also had coin-operated video things and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, after it closed one night, this guy came and was standing at the front of the shop as I was having my lunch at 2 in the morning, right after I locked the beer cabinet. And it's like I'm sitting, there's the counter there, and then there's like this little desk area behind the counter where I could have my lunch, and then there's this window, and I could see the guy who was like, I don't know, not even 10 feet away from me, completely naked, and he just started wanking. He was totally naked and just started wanking right in front of me. And I was like, dude, you have to go away. I'm going to call the cops. I'm yelling this out the window at him, or through the window. I said, get out of here, man. I'm going to call the cops. And he's like, oh, don't do that, don't do that. And I picked up the phone, and he ran off, and I was like, yikes. That was a jarring experience. And of course, I did call the cops because, I don't know what's up with this guy. I was thinking he must be all freaked out on drugs or something. Was going to go running down the middle of the street and get himself run over or something. Anyway, the cops came, and they were absolute jerks about the whole thing. Naked guy, ha 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 ha. Just like I was, I don't know what they thought, but I don't know. They were kind of jerks about the whole thing. Okay, let's get out the wood so we can brush on the wood, shall we? Oh, let me see, I might have missed some comments. Aloha, siblings. Yeah, there's going to be some more music video type things that will be coming in the future. Right now I'm trying to work on a way of it that I do things that will cross-pollinate between my two channels. And it just hasn't quite materialized yet, but I think it will soon. Yeah, I was I guess I was 18. Yeah, I was 18. Because I had to be 18 because in California you can't work behind the counter at a convenience store that sells beer if you're not 18. At least that was the case. Well, I don't know. That was back in 83, right? Yeah, probably like the fall of 83. Or possibly the spring of 84. I'm trying to remember. I think it was the fall of 83. Man, that was a long time ago. Holy mackerel. Anyway, let's see, where are we at? Let's see. When I was a youngster, I used to get a lot of clothes at thrift stores. Like when I was in my 20s and stuff. Well, because we were always broke and, Wow, Carrie Bear. I remember the name Carrie Bear. How are you, Cassandra? Or should I call you Cassie, or how do you want to be addressed? I haven't heard from you in quite a long, long time. I hope you're okay. It's nice to hear from you, Cassie. And we'll do a little bit more brushing over here. And then I think I'm going to start doing some tapping on the chunk of wood. Okay, I need to catch up on some. Okay, Cassie. Onion fragments. Well, thanks. Yeah, I will. I think I just made a comment this last week or so, where somebody made some comment about me still doing ASMR, and I said something to the effect of, I'll be doing it until they take the trackball from my dead cold hand. Did you feel tingles or ASMR type feelings prior to finding? Oh yeah, I've had ASMR my entire life. Oh, we still got a half an hour, Cassie. That's the point of the timer. Right, 1 minute ago. You know, I think we occasionally get women here, MSC. I mean, I know that like the vast majority of my audience is men. According to YouTube, it's men between 18 and 35 is like 80-something% of my viewers. Holy mackerel! There goes the comments. They're going crazy. I guess I should try to keep whispering and stuff, shouldn't I, while I'm over here doing the tapping over there and the whispering over here. And the tapping over there and the whispering over here. And I'll throw in just a small amount of some very close, soft-spoken stuff here. Yeah, one Lillian was alright, wasn't she? Whisper, 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 whisper. Yeah, you're probably right about that, Sir Stabby. Yeah, well, live stream. Yeah, you know, how long have I been doing these? I don't know, a few months anyway. But it's, well, it's every Saturday at 8 p.m. now. Okay, I think I'm going to move on to doing tapping on the beard brush, because I know that there's a couple of people at least that for whom the beard brush is the highlight. There's also, you know, I'm going to do the jar first, and then I'll do the beard brush, because I like the jar. You should, Cassie. You absolutely should. I think you had a knack for doing the ASMR, Cassie, but, you know, beard brush is coming, don't worry. comes the beard brush. So just for a few brief moments, I will actually brush the beard, just because why not? Well, just make sure you tune in next Saturday, Cassie. Oh, yeah. It says there over on the stats thing, it says 47 concurrent viewers. I think, what was it? I think the biggest I've been so far is 60-something. But, yeah, you know, that's all right. We're doing okay. Oh, you know, just because I know that you haven't seen me in a gazillion years, Cassie, here's how long my hair is now. All right. So we're going to do some tapping on the beard brush here. This is quite a nice tap. Hey Rita, yeah, how's it going? I'm doing well. I hope you are doing well as well. I hope you are doing well as well. Okay. Oh wow, it's up to 53 right now. Yippee-yay. Nah, I'm not cutting my hair. I don't have any reason to, you know, so. Yeah, this was sort of an accidental thing. I brought the beard brush on one of the live streams, I don't know, a few weeks ago, thinking I would just use it to brush my beard, and then somehow we ended up tapping on it, and hey, there you know, and now it's a oft-requested live stream trigger. And I guess I should try to remember that part of the big appeal over here is my actual voice, so I should, you know, remember to occasionally say something into a microphone, yeah. There you go. You know, I will be having a similar sort of enjoyment occurring after this show is over. You know, I've thought about, and I occasionally think about, and I might actually do it sometime in the future, doing something along the lines of getting Doug with high. So the idea would be that I might do well, you know, getting Doug with high. I don't know if you guys are. So what's that guy's name? Doug Benson. That's his name. Doug Benson, the comedian. And basically what he does is he just has comedians and he does sort of a podcast thing with them. But they get stoned on camera. That's the whole point of the show, is that they get stoned on camera. Now, I don't really have any people over here, you know, so it's not going to be like a comedian's podcast by any stretch of the imagination, but I have considered the idea of just getting baked, like live. I'm trying to catch up on the questions here, or the comments, I should say. You know, I agree with you sometimes, Rob. I like having something predictable when I'm going to bed, but sometimes it's exactly the opposite of that, too. Well, Cassie, if you're sleepy, then, you know, I don't know. Just relax. Go to sleep. It's okay. Don't feel obligated to, you know, not sleep on my behalf. so I'll do a little bit of whispering over here while I'm doing some tapping over there. And I will do some soft speaking right here while I'm doing some tapping over there. Just a little bit of voice over here and some tapping over there. And now I'll switch, we'll swap. And I will be whispering right about here. And I will have a little whisper over here. And I will speak softly just now for a few moments. Wow, Rob, that's pretty. I'm sorry to hear that you were having such issues. Whisper, 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 whisper. And some soft speaking. And some whisper, 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 whisper. And some soft speaking. And we'll now do a little switcheroo. And we'll come over here and I will do a little bit of soft speaking. Getting very close to the microphone. And then I will also whisper a little bit. Very closely into the microphone. Well, thanks, Louis. Or is that Louise or Louis? Anyway, thank you for the compliment. And who else have I missed here, it seems like? Oh, well, I'm glad that I could get you to sleep there, Cassie. You know, it's quite surprising to have seen you tonight. You kind of just like, wow, Cassie's here, since I hadn't seen you in so long. Louis. So is that right, Louis? I hope, anyway. Yes, mind test is going to be, at least my current plan of action is mind test will be every other Monday. Oh, Carrie Bear is who I'm referring to as Cassie. Yeah, and we have known each other for a long time. From back in the early days of ASMR, actually. Yeah, I will be eventually getting to survival mode in mind test. My current plan is that I'm going to wander around until I find a place that I'm happy with, and I'm going to build a city. And then I'm going to wander around in the city after I build it, and I don't know, but somewhere along the line I'm going to decide that I'll want to play, something that somebody else has already planned out. But that's my current plan for the moment, is just to, partially just because it's what I'm curious about as far as the game is concerned, and the other part is that, remember, this isn't really a gaming channel, it's an ASMR channel. I'm just using gaming as the delivery mechanism for ASMR, right? Much in the same way as I see celery as a delivery mechanism for peanut butter, right? So gaming is my delivery mechanism, or one of them, for ASMR. Well, I'm glad, Rita. Thank you. Is there anything I want to revisit tonight, or is there anything I've overlooked tonight? I think I'm going to do some more brushing. Just because, I don't know, I feel like I want to do some more brushing. Alright, so I'll do some brushing over there while I kind of try to remember that I'm supposed to be talking over here. I'm not 100% sure what the difference between Minetest and Minecraft are, to be honest, because I've never played Minecraft. I only started playing Minetest is because, well, it started off as people kept requesting that I play Minecraft, and I thought, that seems interesting, so maybe I'll play it, but then I discovered that I couldn't play it without a Microsoft relationship. I don't like Microsoft, so anyway. I looked for an alternative to Minecraft and found Minetest, and here we are. So if I can not use Microsoft, I don't. So, oh wait, let me get over here now. I'm doing over there. I always feel so awkward when I'm trying to do one thing in one mic and another thing in the other. Oh, I might go see what relaxing ASMR is doing, just out of curiosity if I remember, but I don't know, I kind of like the idea that I'm doing it knowing very little, I mean, I realize it opens me up for a certain amount of buffoonery that can be, made fun of, but I don't know, I think the truth is I think it'll make for better entertaining content, especially since I'm not really a gamer, you know what I mean? Nobody's going to learn how to do better speed runs of anything than watching me play any kind of game, you know what I mean? But, it might be amusing to watch the eccentric dude with a long beard, do goofy things during a video game, right? Oh, that's a good sound too, I forget about. What if all those 54 people watching this live liked this streaming? I'm not sure I follow what you mean. Oh, I see what you mean, because I only have 23 likes. Is that the idea? I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, I like that sound too. Let's do a little bit more brushing over here. Eh? What time is it getting to be? Getting down to 11 something, right? Okay. Do I believe in the multiverse? Not exactly, no. I mean, I think it's an interesting possibility, but to me it still seems like it's more or less on the fringes of pseudoscience, doesn't it? I mean, that they haven't found any means of falsifying it that I'm aware of. So without the capacity of falsification, it's more or less pseudoscience, isn't it? You know, I mean, it's an interesting idea, though. Although my own personal, the way I view things in a linguistic manner, is, to me, the universe means everything that exists, right? So if you find and you go, oh, we have a new universe, it's like, no, you just have more of the universe. I don't know, it just baffles me. It's like, I don't know, whatever. It's just the way people think about things, I suppose. But now it says I have 55 current people. So it's all right, you know? In a different universe, Bill's watching. Yeah, maybe so. I mean, if that's the way that things work out, I suppose. Oh my goodness, Josh, you surprised me. I wasn't looking at the screen. Thank you. I will absolutely have a good evening, as you've just contributed to, you know, the positive nature of it. I appreciate it, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you very much. So now here we go again, gang. Hip, hip, hooray. Hip, hip, hooray. Hip, hip, hooray. And the crowd goes, Thanks again, Josh. Okay. So if anybody has any last minute questions, now would be the time. Oh, before we end, I don't know, because I haven't seen you comment in quite a bit. If you're still on here, Cassie, send me a message. I don't know how to get a hold of you. Brushing over there, and talking over here, and brushing over there, and talking over here. What's the meaning of it all? Next mind test vid will be not this Monday, but the Monday following. They're going to happen every other Monday. The most amount of money? I have no idea. Not a whole lot, really, frankly. I mean, you know, I don't know, $50, or I've probably made more than that, because I know there's a couple of people that give me actually a couple of decent, you know, chunks or whatever. I mean, not gigantic amounts of money, but I don't know. I don't think I've made more than $100, though. So something under that, you know. I mean, the money is nice, and don't, you know, I absolutely appreciate it. It's a really, really great thing. But even if none of you guys gave me any money, I would still be making the live streams. So, I mean, it's not required of you, but it is appreciated if you do. You know what I mean? I don't know how to put that in any more. I don't know. Yeah, I always feel awkward around things around money. I don't know. I suppose I should get over it, especially if I'm, you know, as I'm trying to make this thing work as a means of providing for me, at least materially. Brushing over here, or actually brushing over there, and speaking over here. Brushing over there, and speaking over here. Brushing over there. Yeah, I know, Tim. I used to be pretty. Well, that's what happens when the world changes. Okay, now it's coming in on 5 minutes. I have not been to East Asia, Rita. I would love to go to East Asia. Actually, I would love to be able to just travel in general. Okay, I'm going to be done with triggers now since it's winding down. But I would love to go to East Asia. Actually, well, like I said, I'd love to just travel anywhere. But yeah, I would absolutely love to go to Asia. And it's come up on the live stream before. Where people have asked if I would, think about doing events or something like that, and I thought about the idea, and so that there's one of my kind of long-term fantasies, if it ever comes to pass, would be great, but I don't know, is that I'd like to do Bill's World Tour, you know what I mean? Like figure out some way of being able to afford to travel to certain places and figure out, where a venue could be that some kind of event could be held, and try to keep it, as close to free as possible, I don't know. I imagine that if we were having to get venues, that we'd probably have to charge ticket prices or something to be able to pay for it and all that kind of crap. But I don't know. It's something to think about. It's a ways off, though. But yeah, it's something to think about. I think that a new ASMR trigger could be discovered, right? A Bill meet and greet. Yeah, that's kind of the idea. Yeah, I just have to figure out how to, oh man, where does that fly? Heebie-jeebie. Man. Yeah, Bill's, I have to get tour shirts made up and everything, right? Yeah, I don't know, I have to, it is in kind of in the back percolator of my mind, so that, I don't know. Yeah. Money and logistics. Do it in Vegas. Well, see, that's just a one-time event. I'm actually thinking of, me dragging my, rickety old butt, and, leaving the Bay Area and actually going to other places in the world and, actually being able to meet a variety of y'all. I think it would be really cool. I've only ever met one other person live in person, that was Bill and the Boingers. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not ruling out a Vegas thing. It's just I don't know. It's all possible, I suppose. What does MaxVoxPax in my name mean? So yeah, it does. I don't think of it as my name per se. Like I think a lot of people get the idea that it's supposed to be a stage name, and I can see why that is because I wasn't thinking clearly. But I'm Bill, and the channel is MaxVoxPax, and the idea is it's Latin essentially, and probably poor word order because I never took Latin, so I don't understand Latin grammar. But Max is most, right? Vox is voice, and Pax is peace, right? So it's, I guess if you did Max, Pax, Vox, it would be most peaceful voice, which is kind of the sentiment I'm after, but I just liked the sound of MaxVoxPax. And again, it might be that it needs to be an entirely different word order, and you know, I never took Latin, so I don't know. I wonder why you don't remember much of it, Tim. And here we go. We're inside of a minute now. I just looked up at the evil timer. Never knew. Oh, I see. Okay. Yep, Taylor, I will see you next week, hopefully, as well as all the rest of y'all, as we end up on the end of the thing here. And one, and boingo, there it goes. Yeah, I know, there you are. Okay, that's fine. Oopsie daisy, where'd you go? Come back here. There we go, okay. Yeah, I know it's the evil timer is nobody's favorite thing, but well, you know, yeah, until I actually click off, yeah, it's bonus time. I don't know how long it'll last, but you know, so if anybody has any last minute questions or inquiries or comments or anything like that, now would be the time, because otherwise I'm going to check out and I'll look for you all next week. Da, 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 da. Do, do, do. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. Da, 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 da. La, da, 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 da. That sounds like the pretty normal thing to do for it, doesn't it, Tim? Okay, gang, I'm going to go ahead and call it a night. My back is starting to be giving me grief and the like. So, anyway, until next Saturday, I'll see you guys. Hopefully you all show up, and I'll be here, you know, same bad time, same bad channel, and all that stuff. Aloha, siblings.